So it's new ship day again, and today we're looking at the Almirante Grau. This is a new Pan-American Tier 8 light cruiser, and it looks a lot like the D7 Provincien, doesn't it? Because it pretty much is. It's actually the D7 Provincien, but a little bit worse in some ways. You actually have a half-second worse reload, and no airstrikes on this ship either. However, you do get a special gimmick, which is a crazy reload booster here. It's combat instructions based, so you have to activate this while in battle. Not a consumable like you might find on the French lines. Here though, the way it works is as long as you're undetected for 50 seconds, that will charge this combat instructions, and then you'll gain a 66% reload reduction for 30 seconds. Which sounds insane. As you can see, I haven't actually played the ship yet. We're going to experience it for the first time together. But this thing could be absolutely ridiculous. 66%! That's a ridiculous number. Other than that, it really is just a D7 Provincien. So you're getting the same armor here, you're getting the same kind of guns here, which is to say that the guns aren't really all that amazing. 152s, you only get 8 of them. Reload's okay. The shell velocity is just alright, I guess. Okay fire chance. But really it is this combat instructions which is going to make this ship work. As for the build, I've decided to start with something like this. Not even taking Superintendent because we don't have healing. And these two consumables, while good, I don't think are worth actually speccing into Superintendent. Because our gimmick here is based around concealment, we of course want to take as much of that as we possibly can. Adding on DPM is very nice with Adrenaline Rush and Top Grade Gunner. Extra fire chance with Demo Expert is great. Grease the Gears is going to come in handy because these aren't the fastest turrets in the world. Last Stand, pretty good. Survivability Expert is always nice on these lower HP cruisers, especially when you don't have a heal. And then I am taking Incoming Fire Alert and Priority Target. Didn't really have much extra to put skills into. Equipment-wise, again, Concealment. And then I'm also going to be taking Propulsion Mod here, just because I think this ship doesn't want to play the open water role as much. It seems like it's designed to play behind islands. It's going to be a great way to be shooting your guns while also staying undetected, charging up this combat instructions gimmick. Aiming systems is always nice to have on ships that are totally reliant on their guns. Even on cruiser guns, it can help you land just a few more shells. Taking engine room protection, main guns, pretty standard stuff. And much like the Provincien, the AA is actually ridiculous on this ship. One of the better AA ships, especially at tier 8. 6.9 kilometer range is pretty crazy, and we can definitely shoot some planes down. But this is definitely going to be a very gimmick-heavy ship. How much you can get use out of those combat instructions will determine how well this ship plays. Before we go out, though, and play the ship, it does have some special camo here. I'm not a huge fan of it, personally, but if it's to your taste, there you go. You do get a very dark camo. It's actually, like, really kind of hard to see some of the detail. But I'm going to leave it on this one. I like how clean this one looks for now. And let's play some games. So here we go. First game, and just look at that progress ticking up. That is going to be an interesting thing to keep track of. It's so weird, because I'm going to want to play open water, get in fights with this thing, just because of the insane DPM that buff is going to offer, but it's not going to be there all the time. So we'll have to make good use of that. And obviously time when we're going to be spotted, when we're not. Oh, no, it's got to be the DD, right? No, it went dark the instant I popped it. Oh, that's so sad. Alright, well, whatever. We'll farm the Bismarck a bit. Oh, I wanted to save it so badly for that. Alright, well, this is a lot of DPM. So you're going to probably want to save it, much like the French reload boosters, to guarantee fires on things. Okay. Buff is gone now. But that's a decent chunk of damage. Bismarck will shoot at us. Hopefully we can avoid most of that. Yeah, not bad. What? We're getting the enemy's about to win notification already? That's crazy. Pop my Hydro here. Oh, it's SF. Well, that's good. I know he's very good at the game, so we might have a chance here. Say hi to this Bismarck again, who just shot. If he damage cons, I'm hitting it. I'm popping the button. Ah, he's running away. Fair enough. We are in a very weird position where I don't want to be pushing this, and yet we've lost this side so badly. Very strange. Alright, let's send it. Pago's pretty quick. So we gotta lead a lot here. And I'm missing everything. Okay. That's not great. Something in B, huh? Fair enough. Fair enough. So what we're going to hope is that we can catch something and then use this island to prevent people from catching us up here. We don't have our buff, you know, and we won't for a bit because we're spotted here. Shot at me. Kind of odd. Alright, we do have a little thing called a Hydro, which should help us here. Close game. I thought this was going to go poorly. 5 kilometers? Good for us. Can't quite get all the guns. Okay, we do get them. Very nice. Don't dunk on the island here. Dodge it. Alright, we do get it. Nice. And we'll use that thing. .9 kilometers of range on that, by the way. Good. So I think that means, yeah, I think I go for the decap, and that should allow me to get a little bit of damage in a crossover here, maybe. Tricky. Tricky to know exactly what to do. So the Kaga is coming in at a bad angle. That's good. Alright, the Grau is here. It's fine. Damn, he got the fire. Unfortunate. But we get the fire back, so we do take him out. Unfortunately, that is us done as well. 61k, it's all right there. So it seems like with this ship, we want to be finding islands to farm over, is really what it comes down to. And, well, we also want to be catching off DDs. So, that I think can be a very, very good role for this thing. Just do an absolute ton of damage to destroyers right off the rip. Which is always useful. I ain't gonna lie. Killing DDs is very, 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 very good. I don't know if I need to tell you that or explain why, but my goodness, 24k just like that? Okay. So maybe this brings up a bit of an issue with the way the game is heading towards. I wonder if we're having just a little too much burst. Completely undetected ship pops up and does 27k to your destroyer. And it's a tier 8. This comes down to the conversations I have sometime on stream, talking about, you know, where the game is heading and how I think it could be doing a little better or worse in ways. And I think something that has happened over the last several years is the speed of spotting. So I think the way people get spotted early game by carriers and that allows for some of these ships that are so damage focused. Look at that. He's like nearly dead. That's crazy. Some of this damage is just a little too quick and a little too much at long range. And then also, some of it is just, I mean, it's just bursty. It's crazy how bursty it is. Oh my goodness, and I do manage to get him. That's crazy. Oh no, that's crazy. Okay, Eugen is coming in, all right. Oh, this would be a good spot to be in here. Oh, this is gonna be a really good spot to be in. Oh my goodness. Let's start it up. Hello, Mr. Duncan. He's stopping? He's stopping. Okay, well, we whiffed our first few salvos, but it's all right. So the thing that's going to come to mind is 66% too much? And I think that's a fair thing to question. I think it being on this ship specifically, one with like Zeven Provincien, is not really well known for its gunpowder, let's be honest. I think that that could be a reason that the 66% is not insane, although it does feel a little crazy at times. Just look at the difference. Even just listen to the difference when we lose our buff. Oh my goodness, it's so silly. Yeah, so pretty extreme, gotta say. We didn't do actually that much damage to the Duncan because we just whiffed a ton, but there we go. Onwards towards more of the buff. 360 turrets, very nice, certainly. Odin is pretty far back. The enemy team definitely has caps right now, but I'm hopeful that we will be able to... Oh my goodness, even got the hipper. Okay, we're turning in. This game already makes me wonder about taking IFHE on the Grau here, because we did a lot of damage to that DD, and then as soon as we were shooting at a battleship, we just kind of lacked some of that damage output. We shattered a lot, actually, on the battleship. Alrighty, here we go again. Wow, look at how short that landed. Come on, game. All right, there we go. And with this burst, you're very, very much guaranteed fires. So maybe that's a reason to take IFHE. You can see 10 shatters here on the Duncan so far. More shatters than pens. Can make it a little bit tempting to get something like IFHE. We might try that next game, actually. There we go. Buff is gone. Now we just wait 50 seconds and it's back. That seems a little bit fast to me. Yes, it is reliant on you being undetected compared to, let's say, a reload booster, right? Like the French one. Longer cooldown, certainly, but you can guarantee that you're just reloading it at all times. Whereas this one, you're not always reloading. So, I don't know. Something to think about. But that initial burst of that DD this game certainly makes me question it a bit more. The damage output so far hasn't been insane. It's not like we're getting... Like, I haven't even got over 100k. So, not that it needs to, but it seems a little interesting that I'm calling out the damage as being a little bit too much. And then I'm not even getting that much damage out of some of these games. But maybe that's just the way this is right now. These specific matches have gone. You know what? Yeah, let's send it. That Odin should be spotted for a while. Overleading? Apparently. There we go. Fire. It does seem crazy. When it's up, it seems insane. But then I guess, you know, if you want it up all the time, you are very much waiting for 50 seconds to use it again. And that's assuming you can even go dark. Nuts. And then when it's gone, it's such a bad reload. Oh my goodness, it's so funny. And we can't even get another fire on this guy now. So that would be why you want to be waiting for the booster or the combat instructions till after they damage con a fire, for example. But maybe you're not going to light that many in the first place if you are if you aren't using your booster. I don't know. 76 here seems fine. Tier 10s in this one, not very many. There's a carrier again. You don't have to worry about the carrier too much, which is nice, thanks to the AA. And there'll be situations like this. Do you open up right away, or do you wait for the buff? You know, there's times where you're gonna need to wait for that buff to just come back in. Okay, we do get it. I was worried the planes were gonna come spot us before we actually got it. I don't trust the AP into a Kaga at this range, so let's just spam some HE onto him. Enjoy the burst. And the fact that it lasts 30 seconds seems a little bit insane, too. Okay. Yeah, thoughts. I mean, 30 seconds is a lot. I really got it. I gotta try IFHE. So I've decided to give up top grade gunner since it's kind of anti-synergy, right? We're trying to stay outside of getting detected, where this skill wants us to be detected. So we'll give that up and take IFHE instead. So it seems to me you're really going to want to play close with your DDs, at least to start. You will want to try and get the drop on some sort of destroyer, help with that engagement, and not let them know you're there. So we're actually going to stop here for just a second, and then we hope they get into a bit of an engagement, and then we'll pop out and nuke something. Hey, speaking of, actually, I might not be quick enough now. Come on, propulsion, let's go. New Orleans, sure. Here we go. He's going bow in, which is smart. Got to be a little careful of the Bismarck, certainly. Look at how long it lasts. Right? Like you would think, oh yeah, he's out of his booster now, it's fine. But no, actually, we're not. It's... it's kind of fun to play, but maybe not the funnest thing to play against. Alrighty then, Bismarck with the HE, sure. Down for an HE Bismarck. But yeah, it's a menace to do against any sort of DD. Oh my goodness, terrifying. Because you're guaranteed, like off spawn, you're guaranteed the buff. You have it for that first engagement, guaranteed. See, I think a lot of the other buffs are interesting and a little more balanced in that you have to be like shooting and like hitting targets or hitting near targets for battleships, right? Like, there's a little more to it, where this is just like, yep, hello, welcome to the game. Here's 30 seconds of, like, better than tier 10 DPM. I don't actually know what it comes to, but would not be surprised. So that's maybe a bit much. Constellation is potentially a good target for our IFHE memes. See how they go. Let's send it. And it gets undetected. Spotting. Certainly something you want to guarantee before you start on something, I suppose. But hey, it's not like it's ever going to run out. We always will have the option of farming the buff back up again. Our Massachusetts is kind of sending it in to die here, unfortunately. Yeah, it's going to be pretty difficult for us to farm this buff up. HE Bismarck, sure. So the question comes down to, is it worth it to not help for like literally a whole minute just to get 30 seconds of DPM? I don't know. That will be something we'll have to figure out over time with this ship. Is there a way for me to farm it up a little bit? NC is on the other side. A little scary. Oh, there's even a sub here. All right, yeah, let's start running away. Oh, there we go. We found a spot. So, we're the last ones left over here. This is gonna be tricky. We've done a decent job of running away so far, I would say. We can be a bit of a hit and run style ship, I suppose, if we're way out here. And we'll get some attention, certainly. Could hurt. Not too bad, honestly. Could have been worse. At least so far. Okay, full pens. Full pens? We're fine with full pens. There you go, a bit of a burst. You know, that hit and run thing maybe is how we have to play open water. You know, where we spend our booster like that. Or our combat instructions, I should probably call them. And then we go dark. And then we get our booster again. Or the instructions farmed up again. Ooh, NC got one last look into us. Oh, we dodge it though. All right. And now we wait 50 seconds and we've got it again. So perhaps this is what we do open water maps if you can't find the island to use. Okay, we got an NC here, which is a pretty spooky target. Well, we'll try and chunk them down a little bit here. Unfortunate, he's still not spotted. I was hoping he would stay lit. There he is, he's back. So a bit of a waste on the booster, but we did get some damage out of it. Nice, get a fire even. Constellation on us, sure. Pretty difficult to play like this. Like, this is not the optimal way to be playing your Grau if you do end up getting this thing. This is why I'm staying on it, by the way, is because the carrier is kind of around. So instead of going dark and trying to farm the buff again, I just want to kill this guy. Oh my goodness, that HE was painful. He should die though. Nice. Okay, good. And we go dark. And we're live. That's what matters. Okay, we got a Seattle or a San Diego yet here. 13,000 HP. Try and take him out. If we can. He has sap though, which is kind of spooky. Now, can I reach the Constellation maybe yet with the rest of this booster? I think I can. Just barely. New Orleans on us? Sure. I think that's fine. We do have to be pushing in here, even on this HP. Kind of sucks. Nice. Okay, team got him. New Orleans is a bit of an issue. I should probably try and go dark here, actually. I don't know if I can. I'm not sure where the sub is. Fire there's fine. Okay, there's a sub. So good. I do go dark. I need to turn away now. That's like the only way to dodge sub-torps is if you're running, which is lame, really lame, but that is kind of how it goes. And in fact, I'm even gonna rep that so that I have the best chance to be okay here. What do we got? 40% of the way there. 9-6 detect here. So I want this buff for when the New Orleans comes out, if I can have it. Ideally. Close games, man. Well, not the second one, but close games. Otherwise, pretty nice. I like that. Very fun. Nice. Okay, we got it. Now, this New Orleans does know how to use AP. So we got to be careful of that. IFHE wouldn't be helping us here, by the way. We already pinned 30. So it's really only battleships that we're getting the bonus on into... into that IFHE 32 mil pen, or whatever we get up to. 37 helps on battleships, really what it comes down to. Try and help on this guy. We don't have plane-based ASWs though, so that makes it challenging. If everything stays like it is, the enemy team will win. which is kind of spooky. So we need to get into B. And hopefully our Veneto doesn't die to the San Diego. And I should hold... I need to hold my guns towards where this sub is, because he will try and surface to kill our Shokaku. Oh, nice. Auto ASWs, man. They're pretty strong. Veneto traded. That's good for us overall. 122 in this one. So maybe the damage is coming. We just had to find a match that went long enough. And we had the opportunity to shoot. Pretty extreme power level with the buff. I think maybe you'll find... I was going to say maybe for like people that aren't as good at the game won't be able to make use of it, but that's not even true because you get the buff right out the gate. Like it's not even hard to... You don't... It's impossible, I think, to not farm it off spawn. Unless maybe the carrier like really sprints to your side. I don't know. So that would be something... Maybe they could change it. I don't know how they change that, though. Having to do with concealment. Like, maybe there's just, like, a wind-up time. Maybe that would be a way to do it. I think if you change the effect of the buff, that would be interesting, too. But as it stands, it seems a little too much. But the thing you gotta understand here, how I'm feeling about playing this ship. I've only played it a few games, these few games so far. I feel like the ship is really weak without this combat instructions. But when it's up, it's OP. So balancing it is just a nightmare, right? Which makes me think it shouldn't have existed like this, maybe? I don't know. It feels like a little too... Like we reached a little too far into the bag of gimmicks, you know? Like that's kind of how this thing feels to me. Because it's just... They're making it impossible on themselves, the balancing team, that is. Like, you can't balance this. It's gonna feel OP or just weak, and it doesn't matter. Like, I don't know. You guys will have to let me know in the comments below what you think, but I'm pretty conflicted on it. I'll be playing it some more. Honestly, by the time you've seen this video, I'll have played it more on stream yesterday, because I'm putting this up a day later. So we'll see how it goes. But for now, my thoughts on it are, it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick. 66% reload is kind of nuts. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.